it's Aja. Today I'm going to walk you through what it's like for me living in Korea by myself. Honestly, I can start by saying if you're looking for it to be completely different from living alone elsewhere, it's really not. The only difference is some of the things I have to do are a little bit harder because I have to do them in Korean. But yeah, so I can start my regular day by waking up, and of course, one of the negative aspects of living alone is that no one helps you get out of bed on time. There's no one here to wake me the rest of the way up, so I can hit the snooze button as many times as I want, which can be, a bad thing. Part of being an adult and living on your own is that you're responsible for things like making up your bed, and no one's gonna tell you to do it. I try to do this most days, but I don't always. I try to sleep with a headscarf on most nights, but obviously I don't always. After I wash my face and brush my teeth, but before I get the rest of the way ready, I like to sit down in my little office, which is really just the corner of my bedroom, and check my email, check my Facebook, drink some water, and just wake the rest of the way up. But I do tend to move kind of slow in the mornings, regardless of how woken up I am. I just like to take my time getting ready. I'm not really a morning person, but I have to get up. I have to go to work. So responsibility means I gotta do this stuff even though I don't want to be out of bed yet. I filmed this going to work scene, and then I realized I forgot my mask, my jacket, and my umbrella because it was definitely raining outside. But let's just suspend our disbelief and pretend this is actually what I looked like when I went out to work today. When I come home from work, I'm coming home to an empty house, but it's pretty comfortable for me. Everything I take off when I come in, everything has its own place, and I get to decide what that place is. So that's one of the nice things about, living on your own is you get to decide how things are. Your house, there's no, in my house, blah, 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 blah. And I like to get changed right after I get home because, this is my abode, my cozy place. I want to be comfortable. One of my favorite things about living alone is nobody tells me to do the dishes. I hate doing dishes, but it also means I kind of gotta do it myself. And if you thought that just because I got a housekeeper a few weeks back that means I don't ever have to do dishes again, you'd be wrong. My housekeeper comes once every 4 weeks and cleans for 4 hours, and any mess that's made outside of that is my responsibility. But I like to think I'm pretty good about keeping house myself, even though I hate it with a burning passion. Side note, but I heard some of y'all don't wash the outside of your pots and plates, and I think that's pretty gross, dude. Wash the inside and the outside. One thing I really love is for things to smell good. So I love lighting candles and putting them all over my house. Even though I live alone and nobody checks on me, nobody lives near me. So if I light this candle, which is a major fire hazard, and I cause a fire, nobody will know that I'm dead for a long time. Or maybe they will because the whole building will catch on fire, but nobody will check on me and nobody will care. And who's gonna notify my mom? But I love living alone. This is fine. So I'm putting down this sheet that doesn't fit any of the beds or anything in my house because I'm gonna paint. And this is like a really important time to me where I just zone out and I get into the paint. Well, I usually do it in front of the TV, but I'm not really paying attention to the TV. I'm just enjoying my alone time, which is really nice. Always paint the edges of your canvases, people. And when I get hungry, I'm of course also responsible for cooking my own food. I tend to order food from either Sprout or Fuel. These are both food delivery services. The current meal is from Sprout, but I like Fuel more because it's not vegan and I eat meat. But yeah, also only one side of my burner works, right? So this is one of those things where it's harder because I'm in Korea. Because I don't know who to call to have that fixed. I already tried telling my landlady and she doesn't care. So I don't know how I'm supposed to get that fixed. But, I'll figure it out in Korean somehow. Fortunately, I do have people around me who can help me sometimes, like my boyfriend who helped me get my TV fixed when it was broken. But sometimes I do have to do these things on my own. Eating meals alone is probably my least favorite part of living alone because I just prefer to eat with other people. It's just better. But it's not terrible or horrible, especially when the food is good, although this meal is too salty. It's not that good. After dinner, it's whatever hobby I feel like working on. Today, it's more painting, but sometimes it's my guitar lessons, sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's art. It can vary. I want to draw attention to the phone sitting on the table over there. Yeah, that phone is on silent, and that can get me in trouble sometimes when people are trying to talk to me, but I just get really focused and wrapped up into things, and sometimes, my phone does get ignored. Bedtime, of course, is whenever I decide it is, which is fun, but I can't be acting like I used to when I was a kid on summer break, because I got work tomorrow, and that means bedtime is as early as possible, or as early as I can make myself go to bed, because I do get wrapped up in my hobbies and my fun things just like everybody else, but I also really enjoy bedtime, so that does get me in bed a little earlier. Is it creepy when I stare into your soul like this? I find it almost impossible to ignore the camera completely, but I was trying. Drinking water is something I try to be conscious about doing at least in the mornings and the evenings before bed, but I also got my COVID shot on this day, so it was extra important to me to go ahead and finish that bottle. Lights out is around 11 if things go to plan, but sometimes they don't. But yeah, I try to get in bed and get ready for bed around 11, and then I try to leave my phone alone by 11:15 and be asleep. But probably this was more like midnight. I don't really remember, but that is pretty much the end of my night. At this point, I go ahead and put my phone away and I go to bed. So thank you guys for coming with me, for watching this to the end and seeing how living alone looks like, especially in Korea. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So bye.